Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Intuitive Readings by Darcy. I am Darcy. I am a psychic medium, and I have been doing readings for 20 plus years now. I started this little program, and today's the first time I'm doing it live. Normally, I pre-record and put it up later, but I started the program so that I could introduce new tarot cards and also so that I could do a small reading for the week. So for this week, it is from September 27th, which is today, until October 3rd. And keep in mind that what you hear today, if you feel it resonates with you, then you take the information and use it. If you feel it doesn't, then remember that it can apply to someone else as well. And that anyone who's watching this, it's a generalized reading for everyone during this week. Today, I am introducing a new deck. It is called the Dark Fairy deck, and it is by Raffaele de Angelis, and it's usual tarot deck. It comes with 78 cards. It came with 2 additional cards, and it always comes with the little book that shows you what each card is about. And the back of the deck is very dark with one bright centerpiece, almost like a ruby. And it's got a Celtic, I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's got Celtic designs on the back. And the front, well, they are dark, but you have to look past. It's just the choice of the artist. I mean, this one is very epic in that when a person dies, an angel helps them move to another realm. And this one, it's still, it comes across as being dark, but it still has the brightness and the sky to it. So, it would take a little bit maybe for someone to get used to the cards if they've never used tarot cards. So this is not a deck I would recommend for someone who's just beginning. And then the next deck, and I've already shown one of her decks, and I can't remember the name of it, but very much along the same line. Sorry. This one is by Cheryl Lee Harnish, and it's Return to Spirit. In actual fact, she has 3 decks, and I'll be showing the next one for next week. And the Return of Spirit comes with a guidebook. Now, again, with this deck, because they're oracle cards, I find that I need to use the little book because I'm not used to it. Sometimes I'll look at the word and I'll elongate on it if I feel a message coming through. But if I don't, I will go to the book. So just so you know, when I pull this deck of cards, I am going to look at the book. And the back of the cards are nice blue geometric figure. Again, a little bit like the Celtic cross on the inside. And the pictures are very bright. That just made me think of connection to the outer realm, and it is Starseed. Okay, I never actually saw the name. And this one is Storm. And I find it's more like the clouds are gathering and stuff, so not really the storm. And this one is upside down. It says right. Not right as in your right hand, but right as in a pen and paper. So each of these would have a different meaning as you go through them. Now, I'm going to go back to the Dark Fairy deck. Oh, we don't need that card. And we're going to shuffle them. So if you came to me, and right now, just so you know, I do readings, but I do them by phone, by Zoom, by Google Doodle, because with COVID, I am not at a liberty to take risks. I've had a condition for years, and so I think it's just safe to play it safe, no pun there. And I do the readings, like I said, not in person right now. I use Zoom, I use Google Doodle, and I just use the phone. I use FaceTime if you have an iPhone and you don't want to download Google Doodle or Zoom. So when you come to me, you would shuffle the cards. And remember, I've always said don't slam the cards. When I mean slam, some people, I don't really want to use my cards to do it, but some people take the cards and when they slam them down. Sorry about that. And so I asked you don't. You can shuffle them like a gamble shuffle. That doesn't hurt them unless they're really old. And then I'll tell you, just shuffle it this way because I have cards that are frayed on the edge and it makes it a little harder to shuffle. Okay, so now I'm going to pick. I know I'm going to do this slightly different this week. So it may take a little longer show than normal. So the first card is for today. What's happening today? And this is contemplation, looking back. And it's knowing that, well, Sundays, normally most days people go to church on Sundays, but this is a reflection of self. This is baying to the moon to recognize those people who have passed. And look at the eyes and the nose and the moon, and there's this sort of quirky little face. And funny, when I look at it this way, I don't see it, but when I hold it up, I can see it. And so this is knowing that moon energy could be really good to be using right now, but it's also contemplation. It could be celebration. And it could also be that you're missing someone who has passed, and this would be a really good day to talk to them. So Monday. Ooh, Monday heralds new opportunities. Work could be a little bit of a challenge, and see the card's quite dark. And this is the Five of Wands, but this is victory. This is, if you're making changes, Monday could be a really good day of any kind of changes. It could be you're making a change in your house, you're renovating, you're making a change in a relationship, moving it to a different level, or leaving it, or you could be adding a little spice to your romance sort of thing. And it's also victory, as in if you went to court, and you could be acquiring the victory that you're seeking, but not quite exactly the way you thought you would. So this one says, this is for Tuesday, and this is patience. Oh, patience is one of those things that I work on every day. And with this one, the patience is about moving forward. It's about standing stationary even though you are moving forward. It's about letting what needs to happen come towards you, not you rushing out mad and angry. Because if you could see this guy's face, the King of Cups, he has this scowl on his face, and it's like, oh my God, what are you thinking, buddy? If you have patience, you'll get your rewards, basically. So on Wednesday, repass. Wednesday is known as hump day. It took me a long time to understand what they were talking about, but you're halfway through the week. Hot dog, right? But this is contemplation. This is looking at your money and your future on Wednesday. And this could be that you've got a bill to pay and you're trying to figure out how to borrow from Peter to pay Paul sort of thing. But this tells me the money's going to be there if you can look at it in such a way that you know that no matter what, money's coming towards you, you're going to be okay. And I do a visualization for money, and I literally visualize money come in the house and go in the bank. I don't think about what I'm going to do with the money, because if I do think about what I'm going to do with the money, then guess what? I end up spending it, and that's not the purpose. So if there is a concern around money, my instincts would say that your patience from Tuesday to Wednesday will actually help you determine how to go about paying a bill, or how to put the money away, or where to invest the money. And since I do not invest money, and I don't know how really, I suggest you talk to someone who knows what they're doing. Okay, I didn't like Thursday's card, so I'm going to pick a different one. My sister always gets a kick out of the fact that if I don't like the card, I'm going to change it. Well, okay, tried to change it, but it came back up. So what I'm going to say is Thursday is definitely a day that you're looking back at the end of the week, and let's try that. You're looking back at what has already transpired through the week. And as you look back at it, because this is the Four of Cups, and there's a lot of light around it, so there have been some really good things, but there are things from this week, from Thursday back to today, Sunday, that you're going to look at and you're going to think, oh, maybe I should have done it a little different. But the truth is, if you already completed your week and you're thinking, maybe I should have done it different, then today's the day that you look at, is there anything that I'm contemplating this week that I could revisit, reevaluate, reorganize so I get through this week, and when I hit Thursday, I'm not looking back thinking, darn, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so now's the time to look forward. And instead of waiting to Thursday and looking back, now's the time to look forward and say, what can I change that will make this week smoother? And one of the things I'm going to suggest is, if you get up, well, today, Monday morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you're in a bad mood, try to change it. Go watch something that's funny, listen to something funny, tell a joke, have someone tell you a joke that might be funny. And just change your attitude. I think that's the start of it. So when you get to Thursday, change your attitude today. So when you get to Thursday, you've got that brightness you see around her instead of the darkness. Now, Friday, King of Thrones. Okay, sorry, King of Swords. Actually, it's the Nine of Swords, sorry. But he made me think that, I've got through the week, I've finished it, I'm contemplating, what am I going to do this weekend? Okay, do I go hunting? Do I go fishing? Do I paint the living room? Or do I just spend time with my family and my friends? And I would say it doesn't really matter what you do, as long as you're doing it with a pure heart. And remember that most people who go hunting, it's about bringing home the nourishment to feed our family. So I'm just going to say, make sure you know what you're hunting for. Oh, and Saturday. Saturday is the day we're supposed to be king, right? That as a king or queen, we run through the house and we get everything done. And then we get to sit back and enjoy the rest of the day. And this is what Saturday is about. Enjoy. I like the fact that this King of Coins is actually holding up a peace sign. Oh, wait, you can't see my peace sign. He's got these 3 fingers up, but it looks more like he's holding up peace, man. Okay, so Saturday is supposed to be peaceful. It doesn't mean that you're not going to look at and decide what needs to be done for the following week, but overall, it's going to be a week of contemplation, of reorganization, of money, and it's going to be a week of chores. So we are coming to the end of September, and a lot of times the leaves are falling and we have to pick them up and move them. Okay, I always used to love that as a kid. Not the picking up portion. I hated that portion. But what I really liked is raking them into a pile and jumping into them. But when I was a child, and that seems so long ago now, but when I was little, I used to go down to the school and I would kick the leaves into a pile, and I'd get on a swing and I'd swing and I'd jump off the swing and land in the pile of leaves. And it was always a lot of fun as a kid. That freedom, that sense of flying through the air, that you're invincible. But I do know that it's really not a safe thing to do because, you could break something. Okay, so I picked the card. It says up. Okay, now I don't know which way's up, but you can see the blue, the yellow going through. Looks like there's a face in the middle and a ring. So on this card, I'm actually going to use the book because I really have no idea what it means by up, except stand upright, be up front. Okay, so this is what the book says. Time to lift your eyes off the ground and start looking up towards the heavens. Keeping you down and trying to be small isn't doing anyone any favors. This world needs you, the real you. Low self-esteem and self-worth is impeding your perception impeding your perception of whom and what you really are. It is also affecting your ability to put yourself out into the world. There is a whole other life waiting inside you, trying to be lived. The only thing standing in your way is you. So maybe it's about fear, because fear stops us from going forward. The fear of the unknown, the fear of what if I'm rejected, the fear of what if I don't succeed. So maybe this up is more about when you look through the week and you're in a bad mood, you lift yourself up, you make that energy brighter. And I feel there's a lot more to this, but I'm going to stop there. But I feel like this card is saying, lift yourself. If you are true to yourself this week, then the things that you would like to see happen will fall into place the way they're meant to. Not necessarily the way you want them to, but the way universe sees that they will help you. I'd like to thank you all for watching today, and I really enjoy doing this program. If you have a deck of cards you'd like me to look at, tarot cards or oracle cards, I am more than willing to go out and purchase them and present them on this program. And I really want to thank everyone for coming out and to listening to the program. And I am so grateful that you are all supporting me. And if you like the page and this program, please share it with someone else who may be interested. And remember, your week depends on your mood. So I'm just saying, keep the mood going in a positive, loving way, and you will have a fantastic week. Well, once again, may love and happiness find you in mysterious ways. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Cheers.